Have you ever noticed how good you feel after spending time in the garden? Maybe you've been pulling weeds, planting flowers, digging in the soil, or simply sitting outside enjoying what you've created. You may be tired physically, but somehow you feel better, more relaxed, more grounded, and more connected. That feeling is one of the reasons I see so many similarities between yoga and gardening. I'm Yoga Anita, and today we're going to look at how these two practices can help us move better, breathe better, reduce stress, and perhaps most importantly, help us grow. Let's start with movement. Gardening may not look like a traditional workout, but think about everything your body does when you're gardening. You're bending, reaching, squatting, lifting, walking, twisting, kneeling, and sometimes stretching to reach that one stubborn weed that won't come out. Yoga offers many of those same movements, but with more intention. When we practice yoga, we're moving our joints through different ranges of motion, strengthening muscles, improving flexibility, and developing better body awareness. And you don't have to do an hour-long yoga class to benefit. Even a few minutes of gentle movement can remind your body, I still have the ability to move. The important thing with both yoga and gardening is to listen to your body. Don't force a stretch, and don't try to impress your neighbor by lifting the biggest bag of mulch. Move in a way that feels appropriate for your body today. Gardening can also build strength. Digging requires your arms and shoulders. Carrying soil or watering cans engages your muscles. Standing, squatting, getting up and down from the ground challenge your legs and your core. Yoga does something similar, but we can deliberately choose poses that strengthen a specific area. A chair pose can strengthen the legs. Warrior pose can help build strength and flexibility. Plank can strengthen the core and upper body. And balancing poses challenge both your muscles and your concentration. But here's an important distinction. Gardening can sometimes put your body into repetitive positions. You might spend 30 minutes bent over pulling weeds without realizing how much strain you're putting on your back. Yoga gives us an opportunity to counterbalance these positions. After gardening, try standing tall, opening your chest, gently stretching your hips and moving your spine in different directions. Think of yoga as a way of saying thank you to your body for all of that work. Here's another beautiful connection, breathing. When you're gardening, you may naturally begin to slow down. You're outside, you're listening to the birds, you're feeling the sun, you're paying attention to what you're doing. And suddenly, you're not thinking about your emails, your schedule, or everything on your to-do list. That's very similar to what happens during yoga. Yoga encourages us to pay attention to our breath. When we slow down and take a deeper, more intentional breath, we create an opportunity to pause. Try this the next time you're in your garden. Stop what you're doing. Put down your gardening tool. Relax your shoulders. Take a slow, deep breath through your nose and slowly exhale. Do that 2 or 3 times. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need special clothing. You don't even need to know how to meditate. You're simply giving yourself permission to stop. I think one of the most beautiful similarities between yoga and gardening is the idea of grounding. Gardening literally puts us in contact with the earth. We're touching soil. We're planting something. We're watching something grow. Yoga also encourages us to become aware of our connection to the ground. When you're standing in mountain pose, for example, you can notice your feet pressing into the floor or the mat. You feel your foundation. You become aware of your posture. You notice where you're holding intention. And you begin to understand that being grounded isn't just about where your feet are. It's also about how you feel. Sometimes life feels like it's moving at 1,000 miles an hour. Gardening can bring us back to the present moment. Yoga can do the same thing. Both practices remind us, be here, notice this movement, feel your body, breathe. And then there's the lesson of patience. If you've ever planted a garden, you know that you can't plant a seed today and demand a flower tomorrow. You water it, you give it sunlight, you protect it, you wait. And eventually, something begins to grow. Yoga is much the same. You don't necessarily become more flexible after one class. You don't master balance after one attempt. You don't eliminate all your stress with one meditation. Yoga is a practice, and just like gardening, the results often come from consistency rather than perfection. Some days your practice feels wonderful. Other days you may feel stiff, tired, or distracted, and that's okay. You show up, you do what you can, and you give yourself time to grow. So here's a little challenge for you. The next time you're gardening, take a few minutes before or after your work to incorporate some yoga. Stand tall with your feet comfortably apart. Take a deep breath. Reach your arms up overhead if that's comfortable for your shoulders. And then lower your arms, roll your shoulders gently backwards. Take a gentle side stretch to one side and then the other. Place your hands on your hips and make a few slow, comfortable movements through your spine. And then finish by standing quietly for a moment. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your breathing. Look around your garden and appreciate what you've accomplished. If getting down onto the floor is difficult, you don't need to. You can do all these movements standing or even sitting in a chair. So, the next time someone tells you they're not exercising because they're just gardening, you might want to remind them that gardening is movement too. And perhaps yoga and gardening have an even deeper lesson for us. Both teach us that our bodies need care. Both encourages us to slow down. Both connect us with the present moment. Both require patience. And both remind us that growth doesn't happen overnight. Whether you're planting a garden or practicing yoga, you don't have to be perfect. You simply have to begin. Take a breath. Make a little space. Move your body. And give yourself time to grow. I'm Yoga Anita, reminding you that healthy living isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about finding simple things that help you feel better and making them part of your life. Now go enjoy your garden and maybe take a little yoga with you. Love and peace.